Namaskar and good afternoon. On the dais, Sri C.V. Anand, IPS, DG and Commissioner, Hyderabad City Police. Sri Vikram Singh Mann, IPS, Additional CP, Law and Order, Hyderabad. Sri P. Vishwaprasad, IPS, Additional CP, Crimes, Hyderabad. Sri D. Joel Davis, IPS, Joint CP, Traffic, Hyderabad. Sri V. Shekhar Reddy, Joint Secretary, Traffic Forum, Hyderabad City Council. Sri Shekhar Reddy, Secretary General, Hyderabad City Security Council, HCSC. Other dignitaries, delegates, panelists, colleagues, students and guests. I am truly delighted to stand before you at the Hyderabad Traffic Summit. Today we gather as visionaries, as experts, as policymakers and as citizens, united one noble mission to make our roads safer and our journeys more responsible. India's road network is one of the largest in the world. It spans over 6.6 million kilometers, the very arteries of our nation. In the last decade alone, our highways have expanded by 60%. Hyderabad itself stands as a proud symbol of this surge in modern connectivity. But remember this, where there is discipline on the road, their life is protected. Our flyovers, metro rails, expressways prove our progress. But safety must remain our utmost priority. I was actually listening to the Commissioner of Police, Hyderabad, very intently. He had raised some very, very good points. And I am delighted to know that this is a very, very new way of tackling the traffic problem of government and public participation. As the Commissioner was saying, the government is making highways, roadways, expressways, flyovers. We are making, trains. On the other side, our cities are also growing very, very rapidly. As the example of Hyderabad, 1,500 vehicles are added every day. It is the story of everywhere in India, actually. I come from Northeast. And I come from a very small state known as Tripura. And the capital of Tripura is Agartala. I remember, as a student, we used to walk everywhere. It was such a small city that we could walk everywhere. And people used to cycle from here to there. And today when you go, you find there traffic jams. You go to Shillong, the capital of Meghalaya, the same story is there. The stories of growth and discipline. And the only way to solve this problem is by public participation. We may use technologies, we may use AI, we may, have computers, we may have cameras on the road, we may have employ some more policemen. But all that depends whether we are successful or not is how the public behaves. How the public behaves. And this is a very noble cause, I said, because it is a way of taking things forward. And when I go back to my state, I will tell the Chief Minister to do it there also. Because I am a very ardent believer in the fact that not only in traffic, in every development plan, the public has to be there in a democracy. When I came as a governor here, I visited many districts and I went to the collectorate and I insisted that the program should be fixed in such a way that there should be government officials, district officials, and also eminent persons from that district. So they also participate and know what is happening in the district. They also feel like, they also have ownership. Whatever good is happening, I have also got something to do there. And in traffic management, that is the most important. The public has to feel that it is for my ease of living. It is for the safety of myself and my family, and safety of future generations. And that's why I say this Security Council here in Hyderabad is an important example of this. And today's traffic summit, as the Commissioner was saying, is the first, and I am very happy to be the first one to address it. And address it in Hyderabad, where there is the effort to involve the public and to make a security council with public participation. Otherwise, security has become such a fearful word. The security means only police, paramilitary, and military. That's what we think. In our country, the word security means it is CISF in the airports, or railway protection police in the railways, or IPS officers in the police in the civil administration, or armed forces at the borders. But the security is for 140 crore of Indians. And every Indian should be aware that we too have to play a part. That's why the Prime Minister keeps on stressing, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, he says. He says Sabka Prayas. For Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, what is required? Sabka Prayas. The effort of all is required to achieve that Sabka Vikas. And as we march towards 2047 and take determined strides in becoming a Viksit nation, one of the greatest challenges is traffic management. And as I was entering, I was telling the police commissioner, you have a very difficult task. Hyderabad is one of the fastest growing cities. And it's an old city also. Some parts are very old. It's during the Nizam's time, even older. We have to ensure traffic safety, the ease of living in those parts also. As we build new cities, new infrastructure, we cannot allow the old to suffer. We must take everyone along, sabka saath. We cannot shut our eyes to one part of the city and open our eyes to one part of the city. That cannot be done. That would not mean vikas. That would not mean vikas. That would mean showcasing. We are into the business of vikas, not of showcasing anything. Into seeing that whether you live in the old city or the new city or the future city, you will experience that ease of living. And we have technology at our hands, we have AI at our hands, we have so many things at our hands. Now what is required is to build awareness. And I've often told people, when I was a minister in Tripura and when I became governor also, building awareness is not giving information. Information is something I know. Building awareness is, I know and I do something. That is an aware citizen. That is an aware citizen, a citizen who knows and does something. So when we talk of building awareness, we are talking of action. We are talking of action. We are talking of, uniting to face challenges. As the government performs, we cannot become onlookers. Earlier it was that government जानते हैं हम क्या करें. मैंने चुनाव में वोट डाल दिया, हो गया काम मेरा. But that cannot be the dictum any longer. After the Prime Minister says sabka prayas, that cannot be the way of life. That on 5 years we vote and our work as a citizen is finished. Because we are electing a government and we must stand by it. We must not only elect a government, but we must also stand by it and help it to achieve public good. So this effort of Hyderabad, of having this Hyderabad City Security Council, is an effort in the right direction. And it's a very laudable effort, which I have come, I have been to Calcutta many times, I have been to Bombay many times, I have not seen an effort like this. And it befits Hyderabad. So Hyderabad not only gives examples of high-tech city or of multi-storied buildings. Through this initiative, it gives an example to the rest of India that yes, we recognize that public participation is a must for traffic management. And Hyderabad is the first to recognize it and to take some actions on it. Like today's summit, as again the police commissioner was saying, a lot of people think that summits are only for, having a good dinner and going back. It's not so. Not nowadays anymore. Maybe in our times it was such. We used to have seminars, we should look forward to seminars, present our papers. And what happened to the paper, God knows after that. But no more. With technology, with awareness, with issues like traffic affecting our lives every day, every hour, or a mother waiting in a apartment, worrying that will her son or daughter come back from work properly, or will she meet with the accident? How long will it take to go to office and come back? These are things that, worry us every day. And a summit like this, it may sound a bit high when we are talking of, traffic management and AI, and we are talking of technologies, Google and things like that. But end of the day, the bottom line is we are talking of human beings and how they can live a better life. How can they have a better life in Hyderabad city? That's what we are looking at. How that mother does not have to worry at home. How that patient can reach the hospital on time. How that office goer is not harassed every day. We are looking for that. And I am very happy that some of the industry people have sponsored it. I must congratulate the sponsors. You have sponsored a very noble cause. And I am happy to seeing so many police people here, IPS officers here. They have also given a lot of importance. Your additional commissioners here, your commissioners here, a lot of police officers, shows that they are with you. I think the Secretary General was talking about a police station where they'll start all the best practices of the globe. That's a wonderful idea. You should do it. You should do it. You should fine-tune it to Hyderabad and you should do it. And I'm sure it will be a model for other cities to replicate. It will be a model for other cities in India to replicate. Like we have the tea hub, the tea works. This could be also something like that. A police department could have something like the tea hub, which is more important. A few police stations can be, brought in, best practices could be brought in and tuned to Hyderabad. And I'm sure this summit will throw up some very bold solutions. And the police department will work with it along with the public. And I wish this summit all success for this noble cause. And thank you so much that I've been able to be here. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.